What happened? Why did your dad throw a washing machine?
I'm not going to open up with childhood stories. We gotta organically weave that in. I noticed you didn't want to start with your driving, extreme driving skills.
Hey, I know. I'll talk about my skills. I'll talk about the fact that I deliver. I'm like the mailman.
What number? I was like, what? What numbers were we?
I don't know. We were really early on the sign-up sheet.
Yeah.
You're more like the wolf in Pulp Fiction.
I drive really fucking fast.
You drive really fucking fast, but you get there and you're like, I'll be there in 10, and you're there in 8 minutes.
No. Yeah. Well, I mean, the whole thing was they picked me up for a mic because there's a mic that we do because it's the one mic that's free.
Yeah.
And so they picked me up and I got into the car and there was this very uncomfortable air in the car. And I thought that everybody hated me because they had to stop and pick me up, and I was going to make them late. So I had invented this backstory where everyone hated me for making them late, and I was just like, "Oh no, everyone hates me." So I tried to be Johnny backslapper in the car. "Oh, how's it going, guys? What's up with you? How are the? I just really liked the thing you did." And then it wasn't until like Rivers almost got in an accident.
I did not.
That Sam was like, "God, Rivers, this is like the 8th time you've almost killed us in the span of 10 minutes." And then I was like, oh, it has nothing to do with me.
Yeah,
everyone's just mad at Rivers.
What we have is a combination of marijuana and non-drivers on my ass. So how about
I feel it's who's the non-driver pointed at, because I wasn't complaining.
it's Samuel, but it's usually you.
I didn't complain this time.
Not that time, and I thank you for having my back.
I'll die if it means getting higher on the list at a backyard mic. That's a death worth dying for.
Yeah, see, I operate not just sober, but fueled by the good people at Rip It. So I actually have the ability to perceive what is happening ahead of me in traffic. So what you may perceive as erratic driving is actually anticipatory driving for the shitstorm that is LA traffic.
I mean,
when people speedball, that's like that's the physical representation of speedballing. It's like doing coke and heroin is like Rivers' car full of stoners is in your brain.
I mean, I feel like, let's be honest, it is erratic to the extreme driving.
It's not erratic.
It's extremely
It's highly
erratic.
logical. It's highly logical, Joseph.
I will say, my man has been bowling strikes since I've gotten in the car with him.
I mean, if it's to a mic, I'm ready for it. If it's to a mic, to a show, let's do this. Let's get where we're going or die. I mean, fine with those options.
It's like I said one time when I was tripping on mushrooms, eating really stale food. Sometimes you got to go through hell to get to heaven.
What an intro to a sentence.
Yeah.
It's like that time I was eating poison in my cabinet.
I was tripping my nuts off on mushrooms, and like these people were like whose house it was, who did not expect everyone there to be taking acid and mushrooms. But they made food, and so it had been sitting out for hours. And because I felt bad, I just started shoveling it into my mouth.
Oh yeah!
And so my friend Johnny was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Sometimes you gotta go through hell to get to heaven."
Usually, I've never done mushrooms, but being around people who have done mushrooms, I know that food is it
tastes like dog food.
It's like a weird thing.
You doesn't taste something good on top of the nausea you're feeling. You're like, oh, I feel really high. This is great. But you also feel like this extreme nausea for the first 30 minutes or so. So you need to throw something on top of that just to
it's because the pit of your stomach turned because you're a little terrified.
Yeah. But also you just ate toxic mushrooms.
Yeah, you poisoned yourself a little bit.
You poisoned yourself, so your tummy's like, why did you do this?
Yeah.
Gurgle, gurgle.
Well, for instance, I went camping. I was on a camping trip, and a bunch of people ate mushrooms, and we were going to make hot dogs, and they had been in my cooler overnight, and the ice had melted.
Letting those juices seep in.
Right. Well, the ice had melted, but the water was still cool in temperature, and hot dogs are cooked thoroughly, so you can just put them on a fire.
Who hasn't eaten a raw hot dog?
They'll be fine. But
cast the first stone.
But I made the mistake of mentioning to my tripping friends, I was like, oh man, all the ice melted. And then they were like, it's poison. The hot dogs are poison. And then they just stared at me while I ate them and were like, he's going to die. Like they were convinced that I was going to die from rotten hot dogs. So,
You gotta
it's a
trust,
son of a bitch.
You got to trust the good people at the rat shit factory that make those hot dogs. Those people know what they're doing.
Yes, sir.
They make Rip It and rat shit hot dogs on the same conveyor
the
belt.
Pacific Filling Group.
The Pacific Filling Group.
Has my bases covered. Yeah, that was.
How many other nefarious goings on happen at the Pacific Filling Group?
We fill cans of Rip It. We fill pig intestines full of savory sausage.
We also fill missiles full of nerve toxin. We do it all at the Pacific Filling Group. Now open for class trips.
Yeah, yeah, you can walk around.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, so this is the final episode of the Corona Diaries, guys.
Oh.
150 episodes in just a hair over a year.
It was a hell of a time. I got to say, it was the most terrifying time of my life.
And we've got it all on tape.
We got it all on tape.
It was the worst of times. It was the worst of
It was, again, the worst of time. It was all, I feel like a douchebag say. Every douchebag says this, but I had it all right.
Dude,
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. I feel bad saying it because a lot of people had a bad time, but I'm an only child, baby. I was born to entertain myself like this. Like
It's going to be a hard habit to break.
You adopted the loneliness. I was born into it.
I
was born to the loneliness.
yeah, I had a stamp collection when I was 7. Yeah, it's a real fact. By the way, did you know? I'm sure our esteemed guest here knows this shit. But if someone sends you a letter and you want to save the stamp, you just cut out the part with the stamp and put it in warm water for a little bit, and the stamp will separate from the letter, and then you can put it in your stamp collection.
Don't tell people that. I
So
need
if
to
you
get paid.
So if you really want to tamper with mail,
yeah, exactly. But yeah,
Here's what you do. You go to the mailbox on the 3rd of the month. You take out all the bills.
we're gonna get our guest in trouble. He's a mailman.
You open up the mail. You take out the check. You put the check into like acetone. It lifts all the ink up. You take the check out. You write it to yourself or a friend. You make it out for a large amount. Who's to say? You buy a boat. You start an energy drink company.
you get a yacht, you start a bar on that yacht, you begin your new life.
You get a riverboat. You
Yeah.
sail up and down the Mississippi on a riverboat.
Become a gentleman gambler.
That's right.
Yeah, your fortunes roll through like the fog on the Mississippi.
You move to Arizona and become an importer-exporter of turquoise.
I also do lapis lazuli, and it looks nice.
Story as old as time.
Yeah, but yeah, we're joined by all the way from Minneapolis, the Twin Cities. Our executive producer, Paulo Nelson's here. Guys,
Hello.
he's in the
Hey,
room.
Paulo.
He's hanging out in LA for the weekend, and I was like, you got to come see us do the last episode. And yeah, like I said, 150 episodes of this shit. Like they say, work harder, not smarter.
Yeah.
You know, it's a really good idea to always do as much as you possibly can for as long as you can. But yeah, this has been a real treat. Before we kind of get into the main body of our show, though, I've brought this up several times on the podcast, and that is that you gentlemen both know one of my favorite things in life is to get spam phone calls.
Yeah.
And
You do love that.
and I like to talk to these people. I like to get their whole story. I like to present an entirely phony story about myself, based on the information they're requiring. And today, baby, I just happened to be right next to the recorder when one of them called.
Oh, great.
So
Let's hear it.
now I want to say before I say this, my whole goal with this is
Did you blank out the appropriate legalities, like their name and where?
No, they
they're
didn't
calling
give
from?
their name, I don't think. Or maybe he did, but I didn't start recording until right when he got to the can I have the expiration date of your credit card part, which then he asked for the number, and then if you give it to him, then they hang up immediately because they got the only thing they wanted.
Yeah.
So my
6969, right?
yeah. Well, I have a fake credit card number that I give out sometimes just to see.
Are you ready? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh no, I went ahead and made it a Visa 4929, and then like the
What
actual
if it was
beginning of the
somebody's
Visa.
actual credit card number?
They have dummy ones online specifically for this.
This is such
So
an
there's like
involved
a
way to fuck with this
community
guy.
of psychos who are just like,
people-
here's what I like to do. I show up at their house and then I touch their privates.
What? What the what? What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not.
Joe got zooted on the way over here.
Yeah, Joe's on back pills and dabs, all kinds of shit.
I got myself on that one.
I know, but it doesn't make any sense. What are you talking about?
I know. Sometimes my brain just books a left and doesn't tell me.
Into pedophileville.
I think as Chris Crofton would say, he's goofed out on Green's team.
I mean, feel free to edit that out.
Oh, no, that's staying. I love your...
No.
But no, you called me psycho, and I would say, what is more psychotic? Staying on the line with these people, eating up their time, or actually participating in the activity of trying to steal credit card numbers from grandmas. That's just what they do. And so I do not feel bad about this. In fact, I think the more time that you can waste with these people, that's less time that they have stealing from grandma.
Whenever you do this...
Is this how you just... Is this when you tell us that you're a crime fighter, that you fight crime?
Yeah, this is my version of the Citizen app. I am a vigilante.
It's the quote at the beginning of your book.
Yes.
I do prefer you doing this to identity theft. I do.
Well, no, this is just like, look, they're going to do this no matter what. They're calling me.
There are other options besides identity theft, being a weirdo who fucks with identity theft people. Like, there's other options in life. You can just go to the store.
Yeah, but it's not as fun as this. So let's go ahead and play this. And again, my whole goal with this is to waste as much of their time as possible.
Okay. So now for the qualification purposes, how much would you say you owe on overall credit card debt?
It's kind of a funny story.
Okay.
So,
you don't have to be precise, just a ballpark figure.
Well, it's all going to depend on the results of trial by combat that I have coming up with John from American Express. So
yeah, so I can understand.
So I've got this. They're trying to tell me that I owe them about $5,000. He's trying to move me along, but one of their people kind of got fresh with me, and I talked to his superior, and the superior agreed that if I could best him, that being the initial agent that I talked to in combat, physical combat, that they would then only owe me. I would only owe them. Well, they would, I guess, be paying me back, so it's kind of like they're owning me.
Okay, that's not a problem, sir.
They were going to say that I only had to pay $3,000, but I still have to fight this man on the field of battle.
Okay, sir, and on which card you consider you have the major balance on? Is that your Visa, Master, American Express, or Discover card?
Plowing through.
Wow.
Well, it's spread out amongst. I actually have one of each.
Yes, sir.
So I've got a few cards, but the American Express is the one that I'd like to focus on, simply because they have promised me an opportunity to redeem at least part of my debt vis-a-vis meeting at dawn on the field of combat.
Dude.
Okay, that's great.
How is he not giving up?
So, sir, do you have the American Express card on you right now?
Yeah, I do. See, here's the thing about John from American Express. He's been sending me threatening texts as well. He's a large man. He sends me just texts of his muscles. And so I am a bit afraid. I'm not going to lie. My chances at actually beating him feel not great. But I do have...
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, what would you do?
So are you going to win or lose? That's the question.
I've been training. I've been drinking energy drinks, and I've been trying to run.
He's like,
but I've got a gimpy leg. But see, John has a dent in his head, so I feel like we might be about even. I might have a chance to trick him. I might have a chance to maybe best him in some other way. It's sort of a brain versus brawn situation.
That's great, sir. Yes, that's the point. It's brain before the brawl. Yes, sir.
The brawls, yes. It is going to be a brawl. It's absolutely going to be a brawl.
So, it's a survival match, sir, or death match?
Well, we were going to do Hell in a Cell.
I think at this point, just cycle what's going on.
Okay.
That's a
listen
cage
to how busy
match,
it is in the background where he
because
is.
the cage extends out over the ring, and I think I'm gonna throw him off the top of Hell in a Cell.
That's great, sir. That's great. So, sir, now do you have the American Express card with you?
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay, I want you to grab the card and verify me the expiration date of that card
Okay, hold on. Let me.
in order to verify that your card is not expired.
Okay. Hold on. Let me go downstairs and get it.
Okay.
All right, we're walking down the stairs.
This guy deserves Employee of the Month, like, so hard.
Oh my God, he's here. John from American Express, he's here. Hold on. I told him we had to wait.
I can hold.
Hold on, I have to fight this man. Hold on.
Hey, get off my lawn!
And then he hung up on me. So
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to be an accomplice. I don't want to have to testify that I heard this guy before he murdered this guy. Oh my
He just
God.
didn't like your language. She was like,
That's
oh
honestly-
my God, motherfucker.
I think that's the thing is they,
As soon as you curse, they
but they don't. As soon as I start bothering most of them, they'll just hang up like this. But this guy is a supervisor. As I've said,
yeah.
if they have the time to joke around with you, they are on salary and not hourly.
It got a little quiet in the background. I think he was like, "You fucking come here and listen to this Yahoo."
I'm gonna listen to this guy.
Dude, when you yelled motherfucker, I bet Patrick popped up like "Don't wake daddy." Oh, yeah! He fucking threw whatever was on his chest like fucking 20 feet into a wall.
It was like 10 a.m. too. It was kind of early. So sorry, Patrick, if I woke you up.
That was worth it.
Oh,
It's worth it. You
yeah.
need to get up.
So
It's 10. It's time to get up.
you know,
it's time to get up and look for a job.
You think Rome wasn't built in a day and all that, but you gotta get up 4:10. Okay, good.
You don't get every job you apply for. The name of the game is to get as many applications out there as possible. One of them's going to hit, and then you get a job. You ain't going to get a job sitting at home, okay?
then you're gonna work. You're gonna get a job at a telemarketing place. That's the job you get.
This is just like drunk dad.
Yeah, for some reason.
no job.
Yeah, these bills ain't going to pay themselves. You see this power bill, Daddy got drunk, put the air conditioner on. The power bill ain't going to pay itself.
You think I don't know what the fucking influencer is. You think this house was built on influence? No, it was built for me working at the gas station.
This is a house of shame and fuel.
That's great, man. Yeah, you should put that unadulterated by my giddy giggling.
Oh no, that's what I wanted.
Hey, motherfucker! Man, way to see it through.
You know, I'm so happy. Like normally, I'm never near the recorder, or a million things are going on, or whatever. But this day, that guy, it was fated. It was fated to be.
Also, thank you for pointing out that hourly and salary kind of rhyme.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah,
bit.
you put it in your flow in
That's
your
right.
next freestyle.
Next time
Yeah.
you got bars.
Yeah, at the wine bar, we all exchange bars and stuff.
Ooh.
I've been getting asked out lately. Everyone boos me. I have to go sit by the beach. Think about what I did.
This first story I've got, I don't know whether I think I just have to show you the picture first, and so I will ask everybody listening. Go to @thegoodspod and check out this picture. This story comes from Greenwood, South Carolina. A Greenwood County man was arrested for calling 911 several times, according to an incident report. Michael Wayne Bullock, which perfect name for what this guy did. 54 years old.
Sandra Bullock's brother.
Yes, Sandra's estranged brother. 54 years old, was charged with 2 counts of unlawful use of 911. An incident report says Bullock called the dispatcher stupid, among other names. He also asked if she would ever consider posing naked for photographs, according to an incident report.
Well, I like that he asked her if she would ever consider it.
Yeah, which now...
He didn't demand. He said, would you ever consider taking pictures of my basement? I have a camera in my basement. It is a Canon, and my mother gave it to me for Christmas 7 years ago.
Who called 911? Did someone call 911?
And now I know exactly what I want to say to the next spam guy that calls. It's just like, hey, man, would you ever pose naked for photographs? Would you ever consider?
Have you ever called 911?
I thought you were gonna say.
Have you ever posted
Post naked for photographs? No.
Oh, I mean, hey, college is college. You did what you had to do.
last week? Please.
Yeah, last week. Yeah.
Yeah, you do what you do. No, I mean, as I've stated many times, we are a no snitching podcast, but in this case, I saw a truck flip over and in front of me at 3 a.m. on East University Boulevard in Auburn. And I was like, oh, fuck. So yeah, I called 911 then, and I've told this story before. The guy got out of the truck.
I was thinking this was going to be a stripping story, and I was like, dark beginning.
No. The guy got out of
then we went to a titty bar.
The guy got out of the smoke. It was a Tahoe. It's like a big SUV, I should say. And the guy gets out of the Tahoe and it's just like, he saw me on the phone being like, yeah, it seems pretty fucking crazy. Like a car just rolled over twice in a ditch. And he gets out of the car. Surprisingly, he wasn't dead. It was just like, oh, are you on the phone with the cops, man? And they can hear what's going on in the background, and he's literally just yells like, "I'm drunk, man."
Dude.
And I abided by bro code. I hung up the phone and I said, I've already called because I thought you were dead. Sorry. That's a cow pasture. Just run.
Yeah.
And he did. He hopped the fence and fucking run.
Drunk guys always live because they're so drunk they go limp.
They're
which
loosey-goosey.
is how you survive.
Yeah.
If you're all tense, you die.
Right. And the way you avoid a DUI, run away. And if they don't find you, they can't prove you were drunk. They can definitely prove you left the scene of an accident.
Which is actually like way less of a crime.
It's way less of a crime, and they don't take your license.
And it's not like, a felony where you have to like go to classes.
Yeah. So you should always run.
have to go to classes to not leave.
Yeah.
Day one, don't leave. Here's your test.
I did want to show you guys the picture of this man, just because it's the best mugshot I've ever seen.
Mr. Bullock.
Oh my God!
He kind of looks like Bam Margera.
Now.
But yeah, he's got the black eye, but it's the black eye that happened like 3 days earlier, so it's starting
It looks like
to
a Band-Aid
heal.
under his eye.
But yeah, he's got it almost looks like
a Nelly thing.
birthmark.
What happened to his eye?
I think he was shocked. He got arrested. Clearly, he's still in shock.
Maybe the lady at the on the phone, the 911 was like the officer's wife, and he's like, "I'll show
and he fucked
you.
him up.
I'll show you to hit on my woman." No, she's never posed her pictures. Punch, punch, punch.
Yeah. That's entirely possible.
Kaplow, bing, bang, boom.
The only time I've ever called 911 is when my grandfather fell.
Okay, well that's fair. Yeah, you got to.
But then
man, are those the cops?
yeah, that's what he said, and then he was like, "You're a fucking snitch." And then so I disconnected my phone and I threw it onto the street. And then I was like, well, then get up.
Get up and fight me. I fucking dare you.
He was like, snitches get stitches.
But also, I need stitches. I fell.
Yeah, but also I desperately need them.
But he doesn't abide by snitches either. We don't snitch in this household.
Yeah, no. I'm trying to think. I think that's
Which is why we've housed many murderers.
Hey, they live outside in the trees, okay? It's not in the home.
That's right. That's
right. So I wanted to share this because it pertains to comedy. People are wondering like, what have all these comedians been getting into during the pandemic? What's going on with comedy? And
trying really hard not to reflect.
right.
I think that's what it's boiled down to.
Yeah. Well, one comedian is planning on doing something pretty out there. I'm going to say, are you familiar with Owen Benjamin?
The name sounds familiar.
That's familiar.
So Owen Benjamin,
he was in the Darjeeling Limited.
Yeah, shit. I wish. Owen Benjamin was a guy. He was on the TBS show Sullivan and Son.
He also broke Benjamin.
Yeah. Paulo. I need you here just to go, Paulo. Like you're my band leader. Take it away. But yeah, no, he has a Comedy Central Presents. He was kind of an up and coming comic.
Okay.
And then the old alt-right brain bug got a hold of him.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I see.
yeah, he ended up
Is
saying
he an Austin resident now, by any chance?
no, actually, it's better
Does he
than
have
that.
a podcast?
Well, not one that's allowed to be on air anywhere. It's been taken away.
That bad, huh?
In 2018, Benjamin performed at a comedy show in which he claimed that Hitler was only trying to clean Germany of the parasites.
Good Lord.
holy
My
shit.
God.
Comedy Central presents, everybody, a real TV special at one point.
Guy with credits.
Yeah, he's also been frequently known to use the N-word and once accused filmmaker Steven Spielberg of pedophilia. So he's cool.
Why is that part of the list?
Yeah, that seems like so.
That's pretty far down.
Yeah, why is
It
that
seems like
part
Steven
of the
Spielberg
list?
wrote that.
yeah, they asked.
Which is equally as bad.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Like, that's not as bad as the first
You ever
two.
heard of this Owen Benjamin guy? Fucking asshole. Loves Hitler, says the N-word, murdered a child, and he
Makes
doesn't
false
like
claims about national treasure Steven Spielberg.
and he doesn't like Steven Spielberg, the worst of the worst.
The funny thing about it is, like, anytime people are running down the QAnon list of like, oh, it's fucking Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks and Bill Gates,
Right.
and this guy was in a movie with Colin Hanks at one point. So
He was in a movie?
He was
God
in
damn.
The House Bunny, starring Anna Faris, Colin Hanks, and Emma Stone.
All right, I got to take it to the.
I don't
gotta see
remember
what
that.
this is.
What? That's a big cast for me not to even remember the movie, The House Bunny.
That's one of those movies that somebody told me was actually good, even though it looked like it wouldn't be, so I didn't watch it. But yeah, he's
I think I got confused with the movie that Harlan Williams is in it.
Rocket Man.
No,
No, you're talking about the sorority one.
Yeah, Sorority Boys.
Sorority Boys. Yeah, no, this is the House Bunny. I believe Anna Faris is like a Playboy bunny or something. That
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah,
yeah,
it was not funny.
okay. Well, whoever told me that 10 years ago lied.
Alt-right political commentator.
Yeah. So I'm getting there. So yeah, that's him. Yeah. So Owen Benjamin, he's got those like broken eyes that like crazy people get when their brain breaks, and you're just like, oh, there's nothing. You know.
He's got doll's eyes.
Yeah, he's got doll size, like a shark size. There's, the engine's running, but nobody's behind the
Oh
wheel
yeah,
kind
he
of thing.
definitely looks like a crazy man.
Yeah, he was also on the Jay Leno show. You remember when Jay Leno moved to 9 p.m.? That classic. And he was also on MTV's Punk'd as well.
It's like Mel Gibson said all this kind of shit. It's like, people who have gotten platforms to reveal themselves to be crazy after a while.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and share this. So plans by a controversial alt-right comedian to build a compound in rural Idaho.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, so he went
Like
the
an
other way.
Earth ship?
Yeah, everybody else is going to Austin. He's like, fuck that, compound, militia, doing it.
Potatoes.
Yeah, potatoes.
Potatoes,
Yeah.
guns,
So this
potato guns.
Potato guns, yeah.
Best unlimited potato guns in Idaho. So he's describing the compound as a place where, quote, his friends from the internet can gather, and now his neighbors are worried that it will turn into an anti-government hotbed of gun-toting extremists and will lead to another Ruby Ridge-like standoff. Owen Benjamin, the 41-year-old former Hollywood comedian, has several roles in numerous television shows and films, and was also engaged to actress Christina Ricci at one point.
What?
Yeah.
There's some
And
pictures.
yep, and
That's not.
He's like
Fair.
he's like twice her height too, which is alarming.
I mean, I feel like she was everybody's first crush, right? That was the first heartthrob.
Casper
right?
the Friendly Ghost.
Very hot.
Yeah,
very hot.
Of course. So he denies harboring any nefarious intentions for his compound. He told Daily Beast that the compound will be a place where families can gather to take.
Is he calling it a compound, or is
Yeah,
that?
it's
Is
a
he using
compound.
the word compound?
I
I
Verbiage
feel like
is important.
I feel like anytime you have the word compound come out of your mouth, that's the
Right.
the very beginning of a bad.
I mean, I think
Now,
it is
if you call it,
My
the
house.
fun center,
a farm.
if you call it
farm.
if you
Yeah.
call it Jam and Jim or something, or
Yeah,
the Discovery
yeah.
Zone,
Yeah.
people aren't going to think. If you say the Discovery Compound,
Right,
they're gonna
right,
shut it down.
yeah.
The FBI is going to shut it down.
ball pits, far as the eye can see.
compound is trouble.
Free of government legislation.
So he says that the compound will be a place for families to gather and take their kids fishing and sleep under the stars. It's like, oh, Cool. Sounds like fun.
I feel like anytime you say the statement, "my friends from the internet," that's just like that should set off a FBI search thing.
Oh yeah,
Because you
absolutely.
can't because you can't see the stars because of the chemtrails.
Oh, right, 100%. After Benjamin was shunned by the entertainment industry and banned by mainstream social media companies for a series of racist and anti-Semitic statements, he became popular on the fringe, far-right websites and platforms. And then he decided to start an online movement called the Great Bear Trail, where supporters were encouraged to donate $400 to build a compound in northern Idaho called Beartaria.
So really, it's a timeshare.
yeah, he's getting a bunch of people to pitch in for this land he wants to buy, I guess.
It's a timeshare where
Yeah.
they're going to go and it's going to be a compound where they can hang out with their internet friends.
I just love it's called Beartaria.
Whenever a lot of times when like someone famous freaks out, and becomes a racist or something, or reveals themselves to
Right.
have been a racist or something, they always start like embracing nature. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like that's
sure.
the whole thing. They're just like out in nature. There's like it seems
Oh,
like
yeah.
there's always like a nature bent.
Oh, I used to have a bit about that, about how just the most beautiful places in this country are surrounded by the scariest people on the planet.
yeah.
To go 5 miles away from the Grand Canyon, Yosemite, fucking.
Well, I mean, in like 3 years, we'll see a news article where it'll be like, and then Owen Benjamin murdered the entirety of the compound, drank their blood, made a suit out of their skin, and would you believe it? He still hates Steven Spielberg.
Here's him in Sorority Boy. Oh wait,
not
the other
the wrong
one.
guy.
the other one.
And this is from the Daily Mail, by the way, so you gotta love British newspapers. It is unclear if Benjamin, who has made multiple homophobic pronouncements on his videos, realizes that the word bear is a common slang in the gay community for a large hairy man. The compound would be the headquarters for a, quote, decentralized project that supports the growth of local agricultural and education and vital skills for the benefit of our futures. So, using our futures parts is a little, that's a little scary because that's part of the 14 words and whatnot. It is? Yeah. To that end, he purchased a 10-acre piece of property in Boundary County, just near the border with Canada. And so Terry Otten, one of the neighbors, cited a social media post that read, "You may now go to Owen's property. Here is the address to Beartaria Sanctuary."
Boy, I thought it was going to be like someone unearthed some DMs from Owen Benjamin.
Yeah, no.
They are inappropriate.
Yeah,
this
no,
is like he's going to start a race war.
Yeah, literally, he's like, everyone who loves me, crazy racist people.
Yeah, it's not
Here's
his-
my address. Come on, pay me $400.
It's not his DMs, it's like his outright M's.
Yeah, it's his.
Yeah, it's like he needs to go to prison.
In social media videos, Benjamin has dubbed the planned compound Ursa Rio because of its proximity to the Moyi River, and he refers to himself as Big Bear and his supporters as bears.
Wow. He really doesn't know that thing about.
I don't think he
About bears. I
does.
think
It
he
just,
does.
it's
Of course he does. He's just one of the ones who hasn't
yeah, or it's worse where he's like one of those guys. like,
bear is a man who.
yeah. It's like,
I hate gay people. Now, if we were going to get naked and massage each other's penises, that would be what the Greeks did, and the Greeks knew
That's
a lot
what
of stuff.
Actual bears do.
So that's not gay at all. If I wanted to put your wiener in my mouth, that wouldn't be gay at all. That would be friendship.
I'm a man who likes prisms, and I hate gays, so I'm taking back the rainbow because that's what happens when you shoot a lot into a
Does
prism.
he have a goofy Southern accent?
No, but it's
he's
just more
some-
fun to do it
It's
that way.
just
Okay, I gotta hear his. I'm sure he has like a radio-y voice.
I think it's hard to find his shit because he's been pulled from everything. So I think
Let's
you gotta
just watch the House Bunny.
Yeah. We'll put on the house bunny. Last
Do
year,
you think Anna Faris is like pinching like the brow of her nose, being like "fuck," or she's like, "I knew it about that guy."
yeah. Well, is Anna Faris the one that's married to Dax Shepard?
No, that's Kristen.
Kristen Bell.
No,
Bell.
Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell. No, Anna Faris was married to Chris Pratt, who is also like a low key Trump guy too.
Yeah.
He's not so low key anymore. He's pretty
No,
key.
He's pretty.
I mean,
high
he's-
key.
It's key.
He's going to stay low key enough to stay employed at Disney.
He's doing keys of
of Jesus
of Trump.
Jesus powder.
Yeah, he's doing keys of Trump up his nose.
Last year, Benjamin began raising money to build Beartaria. I still hate that there's. You're using the word bear. There's a million better things. Like, call it, Bear Mountain.
Bear is strong.
Yeah.
A bear is something.
Bear Ranch. I don't know why it has to be Beartaria. But yeah, he begins raising money for Beartaria last year. Quote, Any bear who donates $400 will be entitled to a 2-week vacation at the planned compound.
It's a timeshare. It's a fucking pyramid
Timeshare.
scheme.
You fucking called
timeshare.
it. Yeah, it's a timeshare. But later he
Do they have to sit through a like a lesson or like
A lecture?
a lecture to
Yeah.
get, to be able to use Beartaria?
Yeah, they catch you walking down the lake with a fishing pole, and they're like, "Hey, have you gone to your?"
Have you gone to your re-education? Seminar.
What bears do is they take the information they have learned from the river and they give it to 2 other bears, which when they give it to 2 other bears, and then he starts drawing the pyramid.
Now, if we all put our money into one account, it'll get more interest than we would have if we put it into our regular accounts. So therefore, we'll all make more money if we put our money together. Now, we're going to use my account first for like the first 10 years, then we'll move on to your account and your account, but mine first.
And
Okay.
cancel culture. Does he rant about cancel culture?
Oh yeah, that's his whole shit.
Yeah.
But I did want to say.
I mean, he did get canceled, I guess.
yeah, I mean, yeah, he was he's been driven into the forest, I guess, which is
Wow.
of course what Van Morrison was saying. We should start meeting in the forest. He's
Why are
fucking
you on
doing it.
Facebook? Why are you on Facebook?
Why are you on
Why are
Facebook?
you on Facebook?
But later, after saying it's a timeshare, he backtracked on that, saying that his fellow bears who had paid would not be welcome to camp there, and called Beartaria a theory rather than an actual place.
Wow,
Oh,
so he
wow.
didn't even let them show up for the lectures. He was
No, he
like,
just took their
"Gotcha."
money.
How many fucking spotlights has this guy shrunk away from?
Dude, well, he took all their money. He's a total huckster. Like, I love
How
it.
much did he get though?
It does not say how much he got.
That's
but
what I want to know. I bet it's like $1,600.
Yeah, it's probably- it's like 10
totally
people.
less than like the felony amount. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, his mom did not even contribute to this, but as idea. In live stream videos, Benjamin has spoken of having a paramilitary force on the property, saying that he was friends with basically a paramilitary group in Idaho.
I'm friends with them.
Basically a paramilitary. I mean, they're not all the way.
I mean,
but
some of them
basically.
just like the lifestyle.
Yeah. In another video, Benjamin is heard saying, "Yes, will there be a gun range? Yes." When asked by the Daily Beast about his paramilitary comments, Benjamin insisted that he was just joking. "I do not have a paramilitary squad. I was making a joke as a comedian." It's like, oh, wow, it was hilarious.
I
you
do
know-
not have a squad. I am just near a squad. I am not part of the squad.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do agree with a lot of the things they say, but I am not a member card carrying of the squad that I frequently hang out with.
Right.
Did you know that he was starred in several web-only video series,
Yeah, I heard a lot of them. He was talking a lot about Germany.
including, he's been Chance Stevens on Heckle You. He's been,
no.
and he's also been on the role of Owen on Gaytown. This is one of the web series he was in.
Gay Town?
Gaytown. He plays Owen in Gaytown.
Ooh, I bet that's got to be like for like theblaze.com or some like crazy
Some shit,
right-wing
yeah.
thing. Oh, that's fucking crazy. Holy shit, Jesus. The sale of the 10-acre plot was allegedly arranged by Black Rifle Real Estate based in nearby Sandpoint, Idaho. The real estate agency is run by a broker named Todd Savage and caters to right-leaning clients eager to get out of the city and move into more rural spaces.
It's almost as if you watched all these guys outgoing phone calls if it wouldn't overlap.
It's almost like this guy sells compounds for a living. That's his gig.
Which I think is a worse way of brutalizing nature than stacking rocks.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah, sure. And by the way,
I'll take stacking rocks.
everybody who messaged me, I know they use them to mark the trails. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people who build 50 of them on a beautiful shelf in Capitol Reef. Fuck you. I'm kicking that shit over.
Did you get messages for your anti-stacking?
rock stacking? Yes. I messages of support came flooding in.
Support or telling you that you were wrong?
One of our listeners in Norway had my back. He was like, they do that shit in the fjords, and I don't fucking appreciate it.
So, like, you had to go to Norway to find someone that agreed with you.
Hey, fuck you, man. America is shit. I love a national park, and I don't need to see a stack of rocks.
I guess that's fair. I guess your opinion's better than all the other.
It is.
Americans, I guess.
In this case, it is. It is absolutely superior. So the real estate guy who's selling compounds told Daily Beast that he will not sell property to snowflakes or Marxists, and that he only wants to sell property to people who are libertarian or right. End of story. Savage told the Daily Beast, quote, "Because we want people who have the same belief system around us, and that's okay." So
I wonder what that belief system is.
I bet it's upsetting. Certainly.
Yeah, I would put money on that. It's upsetting.
Yeah. So
I wonder if it rhymes with Botsy.
It rhymes with Yahtzee.
yeah, we're playing a dice game out here. But yeah, so that guy's building a compound.
I should be able to buy a compound
As a comic.
and run a compound because my compound would be like Camp Nowhere, and it would be the shit. Mm-hmm. And there'd be no politics allowed, and everybody gets along, and we all just eat corn dogs and ice cream. How about that?
Which one was Camp? Is that the Christopher Lloyd film?
Yes.
Camp Nowhere, yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking it was. I got that mixed up with Camp Anawana from Salute Your Shorts.
Also a classic.
Yeah, I would hate to have a compound. I would hate it. I would want everyone to leave me the fuck alone. And I feel like everyone would be like, "What do we do now, great leader?" And I'd be like, "Fucking go away. We're in the woods."
You don't have to have like a scary one where there's a leader. You can just be a guy who's at a compound where y'all hang out. Why did you have to make it scary?
Because then people are gonna get bit by horses and shit, and then I have to tend to it. I don't wanna do that.
You have an insurance like sign or a sign off where it's like you got bit. Sorry, shit happens on the compound.
I just don't want to be in charge of anybody. I really don't.
That's the whole beauty of a compound is you're not in charge of anybody. Everybody's in charge of themselves. You're just in charge of having the best room. You know what I'm saying? I'm just in charge of getting the best food. I get the first corn dogs off the griddle or off the fryer.
That's how it works.
Corrupt.
I mean, it's my goddamn compound, so I get all the best sandwiches. I get all the best pudding pops. I get all the best, Flintstone vitamins. I get the red vitamins. Y'all get the purple ones. Chew on that.
I get the runoff. I get the shitty runoff.
Did you like my pun? I said chew on that, and they're chewables.
I got it.
Like
That's
Did you
good.
like it?
It's documented for all time.
Oh yeah. Well, I figured we would go have a little sample over here. Although people were asking, "Are you going to keep doing the energy drinks thing?"
God, I hope not.
Fuck yes, I am. Of course I am.
I kind of look forward to it. I'll be honest with you.
There's so many.
This is basically
That's why I'm
River's
here.
compound, and you have to drink energy drinks. to
Yeah.
do it.
We still haven't had the Kong versus Zilla limited edition. We still haven't had the energy drink from England called Pussy. We still haven't had.
Wait.
You don't know about that one?
We haven't had the way you put stank on that. You still haven't had the one from England called Pussy. Like, wait, you can't just slide through that and say that we're gonna drink one called Pussy.
Is it in
It's
there?
called
Where is it?
Pussy.
No, it doesn't. I don't have it yet. I'm saying these are the ones I don't.
I gotta order it from England. I gotta get that big old cup of pussy. You thought I was like that was just the rest of these have like stupid names like Turbo Lemonade or some shit. And it's like it drinks some pussy.
I forgot you weren't on that one.
Astro fuel. And this one's called Pussy.
That's great. That one should be the highest selling one.
Well, it's like I said, it's from England, so you gotta import.
England or
You gotta
England?
import the pussy. I said it weird once. I figured I'd double down. It's
from England.
It's the land.
That's how people in England talk.
It's the land of the
They're like,
Angles.
shit, you getting you a can of pussy? Welcome to England, mate.
Pussy all stand on my head, man.
Cheerio, mate. Let's have us a can of pussy.
Yeah, we talked about that one. I think it was just me and Sam back when I
I'm
was.
sorry I missed it.
I was at my parents' house, and we were just.
What are you doing?
Joe is completely turned around.
I thought you were gonna like take a shit off the chair or something.
No, I'm hurting.
We're laughing at a man with a
He's in
disability.
pain. I'm sorry.
I
Here,
got a herniated disc, dickhead, and I'm injured.
let me massage. I won't touch you. I'm just kidding.
It just hurts a lot, so I'm trying to.
Joe, do you want my billy club so you can rub it on your nerve?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just let him do it. We're gonna.
I got a jelly donut, and all the jelly done fell.
See, here's the thing. You got a jelly donut, right?
Say, here's the thing, you big old fat dumb motherfucker. I'd explain. Normally, I explain it by explaining what bone is and all that shit, but you're just some kind of fat, and you're just a big old fat dummy. So what you got is a big old donut. The jelly came out. I'm gonna push the jelly back in, and that's what that is.
The people at home, and Paulo just saw Joe just kicked the chair out from under him,
yeah,
and it looked like he was about to kill us all.
I thought he was getting mad.
No, the chair slipped out while I was trying to find the preferred angle to not have a throbbing sciatic nerve.
Oh, I'm sorry.
sorry,
You know
buddy.
where you find angles at, right? Angling.
Angling. Welcome to Angling.
Welcome
Next
to
to that
Angling.
pussy.
Pussy.
Y'all from England, y'all write in and tell me this ain't how y'all talk. Welcome to England. We have beans for breakfast here in England.
We're farting all day. It's crazy.
Are you
Farting all day and drinking pussy.
Are you saying pussy like super country or super effeminate? That's the question.
I don't know. I just thought it would be a funny way to say
Put
it.
some steak on
Yeah.
it, you know?
Pussy.
I mean,
Yes.
look, it's a funny word. I'm sorry. It's a
Sure
it's
is.
a disgusting word, but it's very funny. It's funny to say.
I don't
It's a
think it's
disgusting
disgusting.
I
I
just
think
don't
it's a
wanna
lovely
get-
word.
I don't want to get criticized for because the point is, well, the last time we were discussing pussy,
Right.
I was at my parents' house and I was on the phone with Sam, and that's when I learned that I'm incredibly loud, and so I came out to dinner.
I mean, I feel like I've told you that.
I'm sure Patrick learned that this morning. Motherfucker!
I'm gonna battle you in combat.
Throw you off Hell in the Cell. John
See,
from American Express.
you guys complain about your neighbors, but they're not running around their apartment screaming, "I will battle you in combat to the death."
I've come in to the house like mid podcast. And I've heard it. And I'm like, Jesus, is that it every time? Like we talk about the guy who throws up. He's probably throwing up from his throbbing ears.
Yeah, but I came and after the pod, I sat down for dinner with my folks, and my mom was like, "What were you talking about?" I was like, "Oh,
Are you all
it's
right?
an energy drink called pussy." Mama, we was just talking about pussy.
Some yuck
Poured
yucks.
it.
So we still got to, we got to have that. There's
Yeah, we got to drink pussy.
There's many energy drinks that we haven't had yet.
have to come back
I've
for the
never met
pussy.
anyone who has a problem with pussy. It's always moist. Moist is usually the one where it halves the room. Where some people are like, "It's a word," and the other people are like, It makes me feel the word. I don't like
Moist?
it.
I like moist.
Well, there's a lot of people who
Yeah.
are like,
The word
don't
moist?
you ever say
The
that
word.
word around me, and you're just like,
I've-
what's wrong with moist?
I find damp worse, frankly.
Damp?
Is bad. The worst, I've said this on the show before, but it's okay. Prepubescent. Bad word. Just too
I
many
mean, I think it's
P's.
an accurate word if
Like
someone's
the disgusting
prepubescent.
cellar door.
Yeah, it is the worst. Actually, my shout out to my friend Sweet Baby Tom. He was trying to come up with the opposite of cellar door, like what would be the worst one, the worst two words to put together, and it's his Twitter handle. So follow him at both sofas.
Yeah. While we're on this George Carlin-esque diving into the language, earlier today I was walking Carly's dog, and I was like, why when we have something negative, we just say no. Like, what a weird no. And then I was like, this edible's hitting different, boy. This shit hitting different.
The other bad combo of words that Tom came up with was it was both sofas and blimp lunch.
Blimp lunch.
Blimp lunch.
There's a lot of like satisfying.
These-
Blimpies was gross. I'm not gonna lie. That
man.
was bad. It was like, you like Subway? Okay, but what about a little worse?
Yeah. How about a tiny little bit of meat that's going to dampen
Yeah.
the stale ass bread?
I remember when there was the toasting wars. Like now they have the chicken sandwich wars. Remember when there was the toasting wars where like everybody was like, you can get your sub toasted, and Blimpie was like, nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We serve them cold and we serve them wet.
I like them. Cold.
Do you like lettuce in big sizes? Well, it's shredded.
Yeah, it's like the shredder thing on SNL.
I confession to make. The last time I ate Blimpies, I was at
You
walk.
got moist.
Yeah, it's very
You got moist pussy.
unspeakably. Yes, yeah, exactly. The first, last, and only time I ever had Blimpie, we found two Blimpies
Crusty region.
on the sidewalk.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
Crusty region.
Here's one egg mist. That's so fucked up. Egg mist.
Egg mist.
Oh shit! Are we just trying to think of disgusting phrases?
I mean, yeah,
Dude,
it's
these
like
Corona
a-
Diaries have broken our brains.
Yeah, man.
Tender throated.
Tender throated. That could.
That sounds lovely. It sounds like someone with good singing voice.
Yeah, it sounds like an opera singer or something.
Yeah. But yeah, I found Blimpies on the ground, and they were fully wrapped in
And
the
you
little
ate it?
in the little sleeve. Joe, I'm getting there.
God, you fucking disgust me, Reverend.
They were fully wrapped and they were in a sleeve. This is pre-COVID. This is
Found Blimpie. That's
2000
the word.
found Blimpie. This is 2009, and one of them was a pizza sub, and one of them was an Italian. And my friend Chandler ate the pizza, and I ate the Italian, and we were fine.
You know, I got to be honest. I don't think I've ever had Blimpies before.
I've had it from the ground.
I don't know what
I've had ground
They had
Blimpies.
one in the
Those
food
Blimpies.
court at the Ferg Center in Alabama, so I tried it exactly one time.
Yeah.
And then we also had a Chick-fil-A that was like constantly out of everything because it was a Chick-fil-A at a college.
It really is funny
Well,
how people
yeah.
line up around the block at Alabama to eat at Chick-fil-A.
And then it became Blimpie never, Chick-fil-A if it has it, but it doesn't. So it just was quite frequently like 3-day-old sushi and chocolate milk.
Oh my. Sushi milk. That's a bad one.
And I am someone who eats at Quiznos like a psychopath.
Still?
Oh, yeah.
Well, their whole thing is hot sandwiches. What's not to like?
It's just like eating at like a bus station or something. Like, it's
I like
weird.
that the Quiznos, like their mascot's just like this weird like monster that's like not done cooking or evolving or whatever it is. It's just that like one-eyed thing that's just like, get cheese.
Yeah. I'm the Blimpy Blimp. I'm the Quiznos monster.
I'm the Quiznos monster.
Yeah, Paulo was asking what is Blimpies. It's like a knockoff Subway, basically.
It's cheap
Yeah.
Subway. Blimpies is to Subway what like Little Caesars is to Pizza Hut.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. That's actually very apt. Yeah, because it's still pretty
See,
bad.
if the SATs was like food related, I would have crushed.
Me too.
But yeah, we were set this whole thing up, so might as well take a drink. So this whole energy drink thing started off with a bang.
I see what you did there.
That face you just made was
I'm gonna
just
leave.
awful.
I'm going away.
It really made me feel awful, like you had touched me in an inappropriate way, and now I need a
do you
shower.
want me to do
The song Thunderstruck by AC/DC started playing in my head.
Wait. We'll do it again with Thunderstruck. Hold on. But yeah, this thing started off with a bang. Whoops, wrong one. Anyway, God damn it. With a bang.
Yeah, that's AC/DC.
Yeah. But anyway, Sam started us off by getting me a rainbow unicorn bang, and that's how we started. So I figured a good way to tap out at least this chapter of the show is taking it all. You know, we started from the west, went back to the east. I'm taking it from the south. It's a sweet iced tea bang.
Oh no!
Which I suspect could be very gnarly.
Maybe I'll like this one.
You know
I've hated them all. Like, there was that one that was okay, but I've hated most of these. I'm hopeful. Audience, I'm hopeful.
Joe has hope in his
I have
heart.
hope in my heart.
All right, we
So
have
satisfying.
breached the
I love
can.
it.
Well, it looks like.
It looks like
Is it just tea?
It looks like watered down tea. So far so good.
I think it is. Is it? Are you sure there's an energy drink?
If you
Yeah,
want
it's
a
just tea.
visual, it looks like the water in the water tank in Goonies when they're in the basement.
All right.
Oh, hold on. Let me read the nutrition facts.
Oh yeah. Here, Carter, you can
It smells like tea.
read the can there for us.
0 calories. That's
It
all
does smell like tea.
right. It's from the makers of
Tastes
the
like
legendary-
really bad tea.
Oh God.
Tastes
Oh,
like
Lord.
Milo's where the water melted in it and then it's set out for a day.
Why does it have an aftertaste?
Yeah, I know. Oy.
It's like regular
It's the tea
and then
leaves,
just
baby.
goes away.
It's that tannic acid.
All right, this one actually is not bad, and I'll give this 3 stars.
Have you ever-
Wow.
three witches sticks? I give this
Three
3
witches
witches
sticks.
sticks.
Yeah,
Got
there we
better
go.
after the second one.
Yeah, somehow it does get better. All right,
It tastes like watered down shitty Milo's tea. I'm sorry.
okay. So here's what I'll
I
say.
like how it says not intended for individuals under the age of 18.
Yep.
Have you ever guys had the hard iced tea by Pabst Blue Ribbon?
Oh,
specifically?
not the iced tea. We drank the iced coffee or the whatever the hell that Pabst
Yeah.
iced coffee was on the show, and that was unforgivable. But
The first sip tasted like the hard iced tea from Pabst Blue Ribbon. It's just like, but non-alcoholic.
Yeah.
yeah, this okay. So here's what I'll
Yeah,
say.
no, I'm getting a little bit. It's got some Pabst.
Let's put some
Flavors
booze
to it.
in this. Let's kick this up a notch.
Oh, buddy.
Here's what I'll say about
This
this.
compound is boring.
The fact that it's not carbonated would make this extremely easy to chug,
Right.
So shout out to our friend Nick Jones, working hard as a milkman up there in the Massachusetts area. He's always texting me because he's got to wake up early as fuck to deliver the milk. And he's always texting me what energy drinks he's doing, and he chugs them. And so he judges it by the chuggability. Like, how quick can I get this tremendous amount of caffeine into my body so I can go deliver dairy? And Nick, I'm here to tell you, if you can find the sweet tea gimmick, that shit is non-carbonated. So you could probably take this whole can down. And
It's kind of like a little bit of a It's like a really watered down light carbonation. There's a tiny buzz to it.
It's the same carbonation that's in like a Brisk or one of those Nestle iced teas kind of
This
thing.
is the best of the energy drinks I've had.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just tastes like tea to me.
Yeah,
It's the least offensive.
You just got to
Yeah.
get through the first sip, and then it'll be like,
Yeah, because I was thinking it would have some really gnarly aftertaste, because most of the bangs do have that, like, you're just like, chalk? Why did you put chalk in this?
It definitely has a chalk aftertaste.
It's got it, but it's muted. It's more muted.
It
than-
tastes like the aftertaste is like the sweet tarts you would get trick or treating as a kid, and after like 3 of the rolls, you'd be like, all right, I have chalk now. It's just chalk.
It's like you go over to someone's house and the mom's like, I
this
made
candy?
sweet tea. And then you drink it and you're like,
Ugh. Shout out to our man Paul, who's been keeping track of all of the energy drinks and drinks in the UK. I mean, Joe's giving it higher than I would give it. I'd give that right out of 5 stars. I'm giving
It's
it like
witches sticks. Get it right or pay the price.
okay, yes, witches sticks. Sorry, Paul. Yeah, I'm giving it 3.5 witches sticks, or maybe 3
These
witches
graphics
sticks.
better be witches sticks.
I'm going to give
Swear
it
to
2.5.
2.5. Yeah,
It's not like exceedingly bad, but it's so
It's
bland.
just right down the middle.
What's wrong with being bland? You want it to like kick your mouth in the mouth?
Well, I don't drink energy drinks, so it's I want it to kind of taste like shit, so I'm going to be like, whoa! It just kind of tastes like flat tea.
Yeah, it just tastes like a Nestle Brisk iced tea in a can, kind of.
I don't like that one of the ingredients is called super creatine.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's got the CoQ10.
I do feel sweaty.
Super creatine. Yeah.
Too. It's more than usual. I feel a little moist,
A little moist.
shall we say?
By the way, this says, make no mistake, bang! Sweet iced tea is not your stereotypical high sugar, life sucking iced tea. It's like, I've
right.
never had my life sucked by iced tea, my friend. It's
Does your life suck? Do you want to have some extreme iced tea?
Traditional iced tea drinks spike blood sugar, producing metabolic mayhem, causing you to crash harder than a test dummy into a brick wall.
Then you try it, and you can almost see like the shaky hand, like, have some more ice.
Right, yeah, it's like your grandma, just like, yeah, get crazy, kids. Yeah.
Get ready, kids. This shit'll have you crashing into a wall.
We're going to have a fucking crazy night.
We're playing canasta.
I'm gonna drink this shit to the gills.
It says, power up with Bang's potent brain and body rocking fuel. Super creatine, caffeine, CoQ10, EAA, essential amino acids. Why does it say EAAS? Just say, okay.
No one calmly drinks this. No one's just like, just like after a hard day of work, like has a sip. Like you crunch this on your head.
Oh, yeah. This says, life is an extreme sport, and Bang is the extreme energy source to live life extreme. Yeah.
There it is.
Fuck yeah.
There it is. He did it.
I did it.
He crushed the can on his head.
Everybody.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like a good way to maybe wrap this whole kind of experiment up, and I figured the best way to do that would be to
Get naked.
get naked, obviously play canasta with grandma.
You got it.
Get
Let's
some
do
sweet
it.
tea.
Let's do it.
No, I was. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's almost hacky, but I don't care. I'm gonna go around and ask everybody, including our guest who never stopped working. By the way, I feel absolutely inferior.
Nothing changed in my life.
Right, I feel so inferior sitting here next to Paulo, who's a mailman and fucking works for a living, and I've just been sitting here, talking about dum-dums on the internet. But
Collecting that unemployment.
hey, buddy,
But I get to listen to that dumb internet
that's true.
stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I need that entertainment.
Yeah, actually, I'll before we run the big wind down, I'll ask you. You've been listening. How long have you been listening to our show?
2017, 2018?
Okay.
Was it like so this is back when like like Mr. Goodnight was on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be like the tail end of the Good
It
Night
was
era.
the This Is Rad Goods from the Woods
Crossover.
wrestling
Okay.
episode.
Okay.
Yeah, well, the reason I asked is because we've been recording it this Disgraceland, Disgraceland, which is technically Disgraceland 2, since 2015. Prior to that, we were in Santa Monica at the original Disgraceland. So my question is, after you've heard us talk about this place ad nauseum for years,
Especially this year.
especially this year. What's your reaction to the space? Have we described it accurately?
Yeah, exactly as I expected.
Okay, good. I was hoping it wouldn't be either way more shitty or way more nice than you'd expected. I was hoping it was just what we described. So that's perfect. But I mean, this is the big cheesy question, but I think it's an apt one. What did everybody learn?
What'd you learn?
What the fuck did you
Isn't
learn?
that the other podcast?
It is, and we're going to be coming back. We're watching the documentary Dig soon. While we're at What Did You Learn? But during this whole thing, I mean, like I said, it's a hacky question, and I don't care. I think it's the right way to wrap up is to ask that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll start.
Yeah.
I
go for
guess.
it.
Nobody asked you to start.
It's Joe.
Nobody wants to hear it, Carter.
You know what? I didn't learn shit, okay?
Yeah,
I hate this
yeah.
podcast, and I want to go home. I want to move home. No. That's not it. That's not what I learned. All right. What I learned was staying engaged in something day to day is a good way to deal with life, but also distract yourself from it at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm getting cheesy with my answer.
No, I think this is the time, man. This is
I think about if I didn't have this to do, and I would probably despair more. I would think.
Yeah.
It was nice to be around people during the time that where we had our little cocoon. What we call it? Our
biosphere.
Our biosphere.
Yeah.
And so I think that it's good to engage in something. There were definitely days where I did not want to, but I'm glad. I would always be glad I did.
Yeah.
And I learned that it's good to stay engaged.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think it was such a good thing to have you and Sam and Joe and everybody else who always called in. Joe is once again
over.
He's in pain, guys.
I feel so bad for you.
Yeah, he's in a funny. He's got his butt right at me. He's like a dog. I love it.
You should count yourself lucky. This is the best ass in the compound.
You should answer.
Hey,
you should answer it like Ace Ventura style. Like
What I learned.
I learned
My
that
breath smells like shit.
chili makes me gassy.
I'd like to ask about your personal growth. Got to get a picture of this for the old Twitter. Some people know, but I think it was such a good thing to have a sounding board for sanity to have, because that is the thing that I noticed is so many people.
it was nice to agree with people in person.
to just be like,
Yeah.
this is crazy, right? Like,
Yeah.
to have people in the room pretty much every day to just be like, this is the fucking most nuts thing we'll ever live through.
Probably.
I think. You know what I mean? I say that tentatively, but I lived through 9/11. It wasn't this fucking crazy.
Paulo?
Yeah. What
I've
do you
noticed through the entirety of the Corona Diaries that you've been kind of a soothsayer.
think? Oh, yeah. Uh-oh.
Right before the pandemic, you said something about we're due for a pandemic
Oh, shit. Did I? Uh-oh.
as bad as 100
Regular
years ago.
Simpsons episode over here.
Oh, no.
And right before the riots, you said you started talking about Antifa and masks and stuff.
Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah. I just...
So please knock on wood.
Yeah. I'll clack my energy drink down on the wood. Oh no, I didn't even see. This is going to be the fun of going back next week and doing the clip show, because I'm going to have to revisit all the dumb shit I said. So brace for that. You still got time to send in your stuff, everybody, if you're listening before the weekend. I'm going to try to start putting the clip show together beginning of the week sometime. But but I think that was the most helpful thing. And then obviously being able to continue doing comedy, even though comedy had stopped, to still kind of be in that mindset of just taking in all the crazy shit that was going on and try to spit out something.
Well, that's the other
positive.
thing. Yeah, that was the other thing too. It was like everyone was like, "Oh, I can't do comedy. I can't do comedy." It's like, well, then learn how to do something else.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Which I was lucky because you like run this whole thing.
Right, it's already ready to
So I
go.
just kind of got to like amble my way upstairs and do it.
Off mic when I was hanging out with Kyle Clark, that was the thing that we talked about most. Was just like, isn't it great that we just had the car built and running when this started? Like it was just like boom, ready to go. So
No shit, man.
yeah, it's been that was definitely a lucky thing. So I've been I've been really lucky. Joe is. He's viciously.
I mean, it's gonna hurt either way, so don't feel bad.
I know. He's
I'd
vicious.
I just want to
rather be
scratch you.
here.
I want to hug you.
I'd rather be here with the pals in pain than at home going through pain madness, which is a thing.
See,
if you didn't know.
Hey, what a perfect physical manifestation of what we were doing.
Right, yeah.
We were all going through pain together in
100%.
this room.
Yeah.
And I'm here for you, buddy. And I
Yeah.
want to massage your back.
Yeah.
Without a shirt on.
Yeah, and I don't even mean to limit it to
all of us, no shirt.
That's right. Let's pop
I
those
mean,
shirts off.
I don't want to tell stories out of school, but everybody knows the best way to massage a back is with your wiener.
I don't even want to just limit this conversation just to the podcast. So I'll ask Joe, what did you learn?
This past year, I learned that if you're in like chronic pain for more than a couple of months in a row, you do slowly start to you slip into madness.
I got some texts from Uncle Joe that were like while I was on my road trip back to LA. I got several like, when are you back? When are you coming back? I'm losing my mind. When are you coming
I
back?
full on did lose my mind. It did give me like wonderful ideas to do stand up later, where they were just odd ideas for jokes, but mostly I just went completely insane. I also learned if you take a steroid for a pain issue for more than like a week, you can get like this adrenal disorder. Not a disorder, but it just makes you go crazy. So I spent a lot of time going crazy.
Oh man, yeah, that's
I was that. Let's see what else.
But you got to
did I
make
learn?
peace with that madness.
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's see. I learned to be more grateful for friends because when you hang out in your apartment, you know, you're like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if I could go to the Indian buffet with my friends? I learned to be grateful for the Indian buffet.
Yes.
Yeah, goddamn, that's a
Blessings
great
be
one.
upon India's restaurant.
Let's see. I learned I'm a grown up now because I turned down narcotics. I was like, listen, this is doing things to my body. I don't want any more of this. So young Joe wouldn't have done that. Young Joe would have been just, I want to be itchy all the time.
What was I mean, not this is gonna sound like a weird question, but like, was having like a chronic like pain issue, was that in any way distracting from society falling apart? Were you able to kind of focus on?
At the first part of it was I was working, so during like the protest or whatever, I was still working. But like right after the protest, I think is when like my back finally just gave out to the jelly coming off of the donut.
Yeah.
And so
You make it sound so delicious.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he wanted a donut. I shouldn't be offended. Maybe he just wanted a donut. I learned acupuncture, not for me. Let's see. I learned. Oh yeah, first it was pretty cool. I was just like, because of the way the pay worked out for disability, I wasn't making that much less because of the COVID pay.
Right.
So I wasn't like horribly broke, and like I wasn't working, and it really hurt. But like I was on so much medication, I didn't care. So the first couple months, it was just like eat my dust, nerds. And then it like started to really hurt, and then I went crazy, and that part sucked. Let's see. I'm sure I learned some things that were useful.
I learned smoking is really, really hard to quit. It's fucking hard. Like there was a fucking deadly airborne lung disease. And I couldn't. I tried to quit 4 times.
Oh shit!
It is hard. Like I was like fucking like there's everything in the world. Like people on the internet were like you are 10 times more likely to die from COVID if you smoke now.
Yeah.
And I was like maybe just one a day. Yeah. It's fucking impossible. Never start smoking.
Yeah.
Anyone never do it. Never start smoking. It's terrible. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette after this podcast.
I think we all learned to be grateful for stand-up after
yes,
sure, 6 months. I was like, guys, I don't even miss it at all. But then like 7 or 8, I started fiending for it, and now that we're doing it again, I'm getting that like that full body high you
Let's
get.
start a show.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
do 25 shows.
Yeah. I want to do all the shows, and I don't even hate mics yet, and I want to run my own show. And
yeah.
and like I'll get that body high from doing well, and then I didn't miss a beat, and I was like, this was worth obsessing for a lifetime.
Yeah.
There's such a tenuous balance right now between because I think a lot of people at the beginning of the pandemic were like, it's kind of a relief to not feel like I've heard a lot of people say they're like, it's kind of a relief to not be doing comedy
Dude,
right now.
so many people quit.
Yeah, a lot of people quit.
Many quit.
And it's really like nice and supportive right now, or at least it kind of seems that way.
At least, the rooms we've been going to. Yeah, sure.
So I don't know if it's that way around the country or whatever,
Right.
but people are very
Been nice.
Yeah, people are like really grateful to be going up and doing it again.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
nice.
What about you, Paulo? What you like we said, you didn't ever stop working.
Yeah,
so
I didn't learn nothing.
You didn't learn nothing. You
Same
just
thing.
kept doing your goddamn job and not be a lazy bum like us.
No, I mean, what I learned is to thank you guys.
Oh shit, man!
I mean,
You're welcome.
Shit, thank you for delivering the mail, man. That's
especially at the beginning of the pandemic,
was
it
gonna
was
say, we learned-
anxiety-inducing just touching anything that
God, I'm
everybody else
sure.
was touching.
I learned the post office is super goddamn important.
Yeah, we definitely learned that shit. How much hand sanitizer did you go through?
A lot.
Yeah. I'm stocked up for the next pandemic. COVID-22, I'm ready, baby. I got like 20 bottles of Germex. Come at me.
But thank you guys. I learned that I'm an extrovert. I had to stay at home because I thought I had COVID. I didn't for a week, and I was ready to shoot myself because I could not like talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's just
Well,
Dude,
man.
fucking thank you for everything you did.
Seriously, yeah. I don't know if people have been following the show the whole time. Paulo and his dad have been sending us care packages with Minnesota
Which
snacks.
we really appreciate.
this whole time.
I didn't get any snacks.
Well, you
jerk.
We didn't have a vaccine yet, Joe. You couldn't come here because you get icky germs on.
we'll send another one that just says Joe.
Hell yeah!
There
And you
we go,
guys
yeah.
can't have any.
Just
To
send
get
him
them butter spindles.
I was gonna say,
Ooh.
it's just straight candy for this guy here.
I do love candy. I learned that I'm super good at gaining weight. Like super good at it. Like real goddamn good.
I learned that Joe thinks he's fat and he's not.
Dude, I'm like literally 20 pounds overweight. This is my fat shirt and my belly sticks out from under it. And
You
it
look
makes me
fine.
sad.
You look
great, Joe.
Yeah.
You're cut. You're lean.
That's
Don't
a
worry
stranger.
about it.
Tell the ladies, you know what I'm saying?
If someone is that exacting, they don't care. I've been doing that joke too. Instead, I would be like, I gained the 2020, and people were like, it's fine. It's totally fine.
No, but I like want my clothes to fit. That's what I want. But no, food's delicious, and I'm so goddamn ready for the Indian buffet to come
Fuck
back.
yeah, dude. June 15th, eyes on the prize. It's coming doing
back,
it. Oh, man.
I'm gonna wreck that place. Like,
I don't know what's
honest to
coming.
God, I'm like probably gonna throw up in the bathroom and be like, I'm fine. And then just
Garcon?
keep going. Just keep going. I'm gonna have at least 10 samosas. I'm gonna have all the food.
Hurricane Joe is going to crash into the corner of Fountain and Silver
God,
Lake.
I'm gonna destroy that place. I'm gonna get a walker.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get one of those old lady walkers, and I'm just gonna like just get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be like, what do you have to prove? Like, you can eat until you're comfortable. You don't have to
Yeah.
eat this much.
Yeah. I just wanted to say I always enjoy talking to people online, people that listen to the show. Prior to this, it was always just like, oh, like people like the show. It was just very like, like, oh shit, people are listening. They think it's funny. And it was always nice to talk to people on Twitter and stuff like that. During this, that was the best thing in the world, was hearing from people around the country being like, dude, whatever X, Y, and Z you were talking about, the same shit is happening in my town. It's fucking crazy right now. So it really did feel like a true kind of community support system of everybody. Just like I said, when I was talking to you guys, of just being like, this is nuts, right? This is history. We're living through a thing that people will talk about until we're dead and far beyond. Like,
For sure.
You know
This
what
is
I
going to
mean?
totally make our generation weird as hell.
yeah, well, and we're old too. Like, we
Yeah.
fucking had 9/11 already, and that, it was like,
Yeah.
well, we went to war with everyone in the world. Now we're going to go to war with ourselves forever. So,
Yeah.
cool.
That's
but,
deep, dude.
I mean,
that was deep.
Profound. It's profound, isn't
But
it?
all not to mean to bum anybody out. But
No,
all is to say our thank you to our listeners and everybody who wrote to us and everything, because that was the best, honestly. Just talking to random people from all over the world, hearing from people in Norway and England and Australia, shit like that. Fucking awesome.
I mean, I feel like what did you learn is such a loaded question. Like,
I know
it makes me mad because people who like learned shit and like accomplished things during the quarantine, fuck them.
Well,
I didn't get to have any hobbies.
No,
I just
no.
I learned how to like read or something. What do you think? You're better than me?
You learned how to read.
again.
The Alabaster City schools aren't cutting it.
Yeah. I learned I can't grow a beard. That's what I learned.
Oh
Yeah, you're pretty smooth. I gotta
I'm
say,
not a hairy boy.
you're pretty smooth.
You got more than me. Just this.
Yeah, we're the not hairy guys.
The Patchy Boys.
The Patchy Boys. Patchy Daddies.
Patchy Daddies.
I loved leaning into my hobbies. Oh, I loved it.
Yeah,
Started
man.
playing video games from my childhood and shit.
I did this crazy thing where I produced 150 podcasts. That was my hobby.
I did.
Yeah.
I did
Crazy.
obsessively play video games. I got good at all the games that used to piss me off because they were too hard.
Yeah.
I did that, and then I collected an insane amount of vinyl, which I'm like just now realizing this is not the best idea. But I got 2 bookshelves full of them now, and I love them, and I talk to them like they're my children, and I dust them, and I hold them, and it's just a whole family affair.
I took a lot of online classes.
Oh yeah.
Acting classes and
Acting,
shit.
voiceover
classes, which the listeners encouraged me to do that voiceover, which I really appreciate.
the Ray Liotta. Yeah.
They were really, so I got me to do a voiceover. It was staying engaged. It was fun,
Yeah, man.
you know?
When you posted that, I did say, "You bastard, you did it."
But yeah, no. I mean, it was good to stay engaged. I mean, I definitely went crazy like everybody else.
Yeah.
But,
Well, Paulo's never seen it live. Thank our audience as Ray.
we just like to say to everybody here that we thank you.
That's fantastic.
We say it from Paulo, from Rivers, from little Joey, from Sammy down the block, from all the guys that live outside of the building. I'd like to tell you personally to go fuck yourself. And thank you.
Hell yeah, that was perfect. Well, only one way into this fucking thing. Are you guys ready for our goddamn jam of the day?
Sure. Oh, there's that. Where that came from. This is like one of those songs that is so overplayed, but I do not care. I love this fucking song.
It's really good.
It's like one of the best songs ever written.
This is Thunderstruck, right?
Thunderstruck by AC/DC rules. No, I mean, this is like, and like watching Pete Townsend write this shit and like them playing it like when it came out and he's all coked out and shit.
Oh yeah.
It's incredible. I mean, and Roger Daltrey looks like a fucking superhero. It's a moving song.
I just put the Maharaja's birth date into the computer and it gave me the beat.
Yeah.
Well, this is like one of the first ever samplers you're listening to here. They literally like that little the fast part at the beginning literally had tape loops running, and each time you hit the thing, it would loop the tape. Like, so this is pre-digital sampler. This is an analog sampler that he's playing. Fucking nuts.
If you listen to this song and when those piano chords come in at the beginning and you don't roll your windows down, you don't have a heart.
Come on, man. Nothing but truth, brother. But yeah, this song obviously is The Who, and it's called Baba O'Reilly, although most people, according to these comments, just found out it's not called Teenage Wasteland. So
they're more like, I will find you. Is it one of those like disconnected, like, we were divorced 4 years ago?
Well, in this case, I had to dig the layer of Stranger Things references I had to dig through to get to the good stuff was unbelievable, because they played the song in the preview for season 3 of Stranger Things.
See, when I hear this song, I think about American Beauty.
I'm going to bring it back to the beginning of the quarantine.
Doing
as
another...
thick of layer as the mold from Squirrel.
Yes, as thick as Squirrel's jelly mold was the Stranger Things reference.
Oh yeah, did you drive by?
Oh, I drove him by Squirrel so we could see the place with the moldy jelly.
Dude, now the bagel place took it over, man. They took the Squirrel people went to Courage Bagels.
There was people eating outside of Squirrel today.
People eat there still.
People like mold.
Motherfuckers don't read.
There's another season of Stranger Things coming out, which begs the question: do people? Is this like a world where people can't leave town?
Yeah. You should just leave Hawkins.
You should just leave at this point.
Yeah. So I just wanted to let everybody know I combed through so many Stranger Things references to pull out these pieces of gold for Baba O'Reilly by The Who. First up, Flavia Vassallo from 1 year ago. Sublime! And that's it. It's just sublime.
It is. I agree. I agree. I'm very happy he didn't go, right after and be like, just hanging with my dog.
Yeah.
Out on the He meant this song is sublime.
Yeah, that's what I think, but it is more funny to imagine he means, the band that is indeed well qualified to represent the LBC.
My favorite Sublime song.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of a guy who just randomly screams Sublime for no reason.
It's like the guy in Dirty Work who's like, genius! Like that guy. Or it's like Lucille, too, in Arrested Development, who's like, how grand! How marvelously grand! When Liza Minnelli says that.
Watson Ribamar from 2 years ago. It a fucker badass.
It a fucker badass?
It a fucker badass.
It a fucker badass gonna get it up and gonna do it. You fuck.
It a fucker badass. I just had Amazon package show up with pussy from Angle.
It a little fucker badass.
Yeah. It's like, hey, I agree. It is a little fucker badass.
Wendell Cotham from 3 years ago. Put out the fire! Don't look past my shoulder again! Wake up!
Give me the amulet! Give me the amulet!
Hand me the amulet!
That's the same guy. There is no amulet, buddy. You've got to check yourself into it.
Put out the fire! Don't look past my shoulder! Wake up, people!
Oh yeah, those are lyrics.
He got kicked off Citizen, so now he's just doing that on there.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Christopher Arkerly from 3 years ago. Chaos into their brains alone. LOL in their brains. This is hilarious, but a prison full of nuts.
What?
I think he's in jail. He's in jail
again. Supporting my theory that you are only allowed to comment on YouTube videos in jail. Like that is your only interaction with the outside world.
YouTube videos, no other possible interaction there.
In the yard at noon, it'll fucker badass.
It a little fucker badass.
It'll fucker badass.
It's so clicky in here.
Pyro Tentacle from 2 years ago. One day, I'm going to be listening to this, and I'm going to walk into a room, and I think it's dramatic, but in actuality, this song just makes everything feel dramatic, and I'm just walking normally, and nobody will care that I'm there. Aww.
Pyro Tentacle.
Pyro Tentacle. I just love that. Starts off like, all right, you got a cool scenario for me? And then just drives a very sad drop off at the end. It's just quiet desperation.
This is like the music that plays in people's head before they make like a bad decision. I will drunk drive.
He updated that on the bridge before he jumps. Send jump.
Right, yeah.
It's only 10 and well.
It's only 10. Woo! Like you see like the lights in the background. The police lights.
Pig Urine from 2 years ago. That's a pretty good duo.
That seems like a weird nickname that like George W. Bush would have for Dick Cheney.
Oh, that's old Pig Urine.
What are you talking about, Pig Urine?
Pig Urine from 2 years ago. It's funny. As a 17-year-old, I had everything. 446-pack Roadrunner, friends, women. Great job.
Shit.
I knew it could not get any better. Yet, I watched it all drift away. I was powerless to stop it.
Jeez, hey.
That was an adventure.
Hey, the violins come in at the end of the song, buddy. Not at the beginning. God.
I'll let it all just drift away. I didn't know how good I had it.
I had the women, the beers, I had burgers, I had shoes, I had socks.
I had
Jeans without the holes in them, and a woman who loved me,
I had
and
fun.
no kids.
I had fun. I had seasons in the sun.
I had joy, I had fun.
This one I'm going to put in the category of I don't believe you. Groovy Games from 2 years ago.
Not like FBI, I don't believe you, or just
No, that's the Chris Hansen section. That we got one of those too. But this is just I don't believe you. Groovy Games from 2 years ago. I'm black, and this white people music shit slaps, bruh. No, you're not. I doubt it. I think you are a white man who's 50 in Florida being like, oh, my kids like the hippity hop. I'll make them think this is cool by telling them I'm African American.
I do think this is kind of a universal song, though. Everyone knows this song.
I don't doubt that there are black people that think this song is good. I'm saying this particular guy with this particular verbiage is fucking not what he's claiming to be.
You think this is a liar?
Yes, I think this is a liar.
If this is old people's music, how come this black guy likes it? Huh, kids?
Right,
Huh, kids?
yes. That's 100% what's happening. It's just...
Listen, we can go to Olive Garden, but first you need to understand that everyone loves this song, regardless of race, creed, color. Jesus in this song and nothing else.
God, we know, Dad. Please don't drink and drive.
This one's. I swear I didn't plan this. I didn't make this up. And I know that you can't, lift heavy things right now, Joe. But this guy's name is Joe Lifts Stuff from 1 year ago.
This is you, isn't it?
I mean, I do lift shit. Even now, I lift shit. You know what I lift the most, though?
What?
The roof.
Oh, yeah, indeed. Yes.
You don't raise it, you lift it.
Yeah. See, I read in a YouTube comments about a guy who, raised the roof to this song because
I raised it so hard it's lifted. It's raised permanently so that it's lifted, much like my truck that I drive.
I've seen Joe lift people up on high to the Lord.
It's true.
A couple of times.
It's true. I mean, that's why I'm the Reverend. Reverend Reigns always takes you to the mountaintop.
Yeah, that's right. So Joe Lift Stuff from 1 year ago. Get ready for your Los Angeles Lakers. Day 7 in quarantine. Got me crazy.
Wow. I wonder, can we look at him up and see what all he's commented to see the slow descent?
Yeah,
no.
That was day 7.
That
was a week into it.
Yeah, that was a week into the COVID thing. No, and that is a feature that I really want to insist YouTube allows, because you can't just click a name and see what the fuck they said on comments. You can only click a name and see if they've ever uploaded videos or not. Moses Goldman from 5 months ago. I know a coach.
No, you don't.
That turns over 7 figures a year. They are a coke and heroin dealer on the LA Strip. Real rock star.
On the LA Strip? That's what we call it.
I think it's like this person's babbled this nonsense in a bar while this song was playing, and then they're like, fuck it. And then they commented the same thing on the video on YouTube. Like on the drive home while they're driving. I think that's what happened. I don't know.
Eric Ricardo from 2 months ago. 20th century was sick as fuck, huh? World War I and II, Vietnam, Cold War, god damn it. Soviet, U.S. spies, probably the mafia, hippies, great bands. Looks like everything was so simple. Nowadays, people, even myself, I'd say, we're technology slaves, not to mention the fucking virus. So.
You're saying this on the internet.
We're kids today are technology slaves.
It sounds like a drunk uncle.
Yeah, it's like, are you listening to this on
like a drunk uncle sketch off of SNL.
Yeah, drunk uncle.
World War II Mafia. World War II Mafia, Korea War hippie.
He said that on a website, a streaming website on the internet, which is now being talked about on a podcast, which is streaming on Spotify. He's so involved with the internet, it's coming out of his ears.
He has no idea. I like this one because it's real hippie. Maya Eurythmia from 1 year ago. I just returned from the most holy wave. Remade like new plants, renewed by new branches, pure and willing to rise to the stars.
What is going on?
Joe has retired to the floor now.
It hurts so goddamn bad.
All right. We're almost done, Joe.
Is her name Arrhythmia? She probably hallucinated all that during an arrhythmic incident and just hallucinated all these people with low blood pressure.
See, I just like...
You gotta understand how hard I feel so bad for you, but you're like in these crazy positions right now. I know it hurts, but
It hurts real bad.
I mean, like, it's like he's almost like sitting upside down.
As soon as we're done, we'll rub you, okay?
Oh God, man!
All three of us.
Yeah, we're all gonna
rub.
we're all gonna rub him.
Me and
Rub
Paulo
it
kind of
down.
looked and had a good old chuckle at that. Holy shit!
Yeah, I just
I
like.
don't mean to laugh at your misfortune, Joe. Holy shit!
I just like that she said, I just returned from the most holy wave, and I like to imagine that she washed up on a beach after being thrown off a ship for being annoying. I just arrived from the most holy wave. Thank you for throwing me off Carnival Cruise Lines.
No one can cut me off or shut me up on the internet.
We
It's
might.
like you're baseball sliding at the
there's
slowest way possible.
There's just no.
Just
There we
lay
go.
down.
Yeah, just lay down, dude.
That was you've been threatening this for like an hour. Just lay down.
Joe, there's
I mean, we can go for hours now. Let's just do this.
I thought he was gonna scoot like the chair out the door, down the stairs.
It was the slowest like falling out of a chair. This
This is nice, actually. This is good.
There you go, buddy.
Would you like a pillow, dude?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
Some people say about Joe is like, he won't take it lying down. Bullshit. He will take it lying down.
I'll take it lying down. I'll take it lying up. I'll take it standing up. I'll take it. Anyway, it'll stop the throbbing.
We might be needing to take a seat here in a second. We got one Chris Hansen.
Bob O'Reilly, Daddy O Jimmy is what you're. You want to have a seat? You want to lay down like my friend Joe here? You wanna
Billy O'Horny is
Billy O'Horny. It says here.
Oh yeah, that's like two you don't want to hear together. Billy O'Horny.
It says here, I want to wrestle you so freaking bad. What is that about?
Why did you say that you have a teenage wasteland in your pants?
I got a gym sock that's a relative teenage wasteland over here.
Dead Cuber from 4 months ago. I feel proud because I'm 13 and I didn't come here because this was in Stranger Things.
I came here because I'm all alone and all my doors are unlocked at my house.
I came here because I'm an FBI agent. I mean a child.
Who loves this new song?
All the kids are doing.
All the kids love this song now. It's on the damn Stranger Things.
Yep.
Anyways, I'm alone.
And finally, Larry Miller, and I don't think it's
The actor Larry
I don't
Miller?
think it's comedian actor Larry Miller. Larry Miller from 2 weeks ago. What a great song. The Who, a great group indeed. As the Doobie Brothers said, listen to the music. And like I've always said, the words have so much meaning. I love this song, a real classic. In college, one of my roommates and I played a mean air guitar, drums, piano. We got pretty darn good. I played the cornet. Not sure about spelling, LOL. In junior high,
What's weirder than playing the cornet, not knowing how to spell it? If you play the goddamn cornet, you
No, he
better
doesn't.
fucking know how to spell it,
he
you
plays.
weirdo.
I think he said he plays the air cornets.
Oh, the air
because they were
cornet.
all playing the air instruments to this song.
that's not even weirder.
In junior high school, I had braces, and it was terrible. Oh wait, shit! I guess he did play the cornet. Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
Hot
If you
damn.
play the weirdo cornet, how would you not know how to spell that?
Okay, yeah. So yeah,
My dad ran a cult. I don't know how to spell a cult.
in junior high with braces on, I was terrible. LOL. My dad always had a nickname for everyone. I give nicknames to people too. My one cousin played drums for real. I called him Keith Moon. There were many great drummers of that era. I remember seeing I call him Keith. I remember seeing Buddy Rich on The Tonight Show. Johnny Carson was the best late night show host. Again, it's
God,
just
someone
my
give
opinion.
this guy the light. Get the hook. Someone get
I'm
the
really
hook.
great at giving nicknames. My friend has a car. I call him Henry T. Ford.
You know, the thing about cars is I'm glad that they have air conditioning in them now. You know, they didn't used to have air conditioning in cars. The thing about air conditioning is sometimes it can be loud at night.
You know, my opinion, and $1.50 will get you a cup of coffee nowadays, LOL. Like I
This
said,
guy's like 900 years old.
like I said, I don't sleep well. He never said that until this point. Like I said, I don't
sleep well on account of all the screams from the children I've murdered.
I don't sleep well and never have my whole life. This is why I drink a lot of coffee. Plus, I think it's better when people listen to great music. You know, I never got to see Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. I was too busy doing my job and the best I could for my father's trucking business. We were very respected, all of us. You know, college education is great. I believe that. But there's no better teacher than experience, period. All those companies I've mentioned in this text were my... and he refers to it as a text, so this is some amount of hard, at least circumstantial evidence that he thinks he's texting somebody. Yeah, he says...
he means text us into his teachings. Because he's reading a book.
Like the Bhagavad Gita. Yeah,
Right,
my
yeah.
text, my
His
holy text.
His holy script, yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. He did all this so I could provide for my family, especially my daughters.
There really should be a character limit on
I
content.
know, right? And that's why I included it, because it was just so goddamn long. Friends tell me I talk too much.
Yeah. ... By friends, you mean other people at the bus?
Anyone he's ever talked to.
Anybody you've ever talked to?
He says, friends tell me I talk too much. ... I've been in a lot of restaurants and bars in over 14 states, and it was so much fun. I missed out on a lot back home, but I love my job so much. I'm back home now. Those people are your family now. I'm officially retired. So thanks for your help. Your music was great too. Helped me a lot. This is why I say Cleveland rocks. They have the best radio stations in this country.
God.
This is all I need. This is all I need.
The house music is blaring over this guy.
Drew Carey's great.
Drew Carey's great. Mimi, what happened to her?
Hey, you know,
Ryan said, you know whose line is it anyway? Great show.
you know who's hot.
So after breakfast, I had oatmeal. Did you know that oats and meals are where they're made? I don't know. I forgot to take my medicine.
More like oat snack. What if like just all of his inner dialogue started like compounding on each other?
You know who's hot? Farrah Fawcett. Anyway, I got a pant full of poop.
I got a pant full of poop and a heart filled with dreams. The Who, thank you so much. You know what else is good? Chicken wings. I like chicken wings.
Yeah, Cleveland has the best radio stations in the country. That is all I need to say at this time. Thanks again to all the true rockers out there. Your help was very much appreciated. It got me home many times when I was very tired. Actually, you saved my life many times.
Jesus.
The tears are flowing now.
I'm done with this guy. Honestly, I don't care what else he said.
There's still a paragraph
The
left.
tears are flowing now as I listen to your very special music, and it's very rare
There's
for me
no
to,
way he wrote all this in the span of that
and
song.
it's very rare for me to cry. I am going to get some coffee now. Just wake me up as snot is running down my nose. ...
He's been doing cocaine. That's what that is. That's why there's snot dripping out of his nose. He's been just doing
He's the
rails.
The loneliest man of all time.
Hey, you know, I had 11 tickets to go see Jethro Tull at St. John's Arena in 1974.
Dude.
But they canceled the concert because their sound system weighed 2 tons and Ohio State University wouldn't let them hang it up in the rafters. That's what I heard anyway. The tickets were $5 each, but I got my $55 back. Would rather have seen the concert, but, you know, I saw many concerts there.
Good Lord.
I know.
I'm so unhappy.
This man is
right
actually keeping me from getting chicken wings. Right now. I hope you're happy, whoever the fuck you are on YouTube.
This guy's like really made me unhappy.
I not only talk too much, but now I text too much. LOL. You all take care. I love you.
To whom?
I love you more than you'll ever know. A big thanks to everyone who made me the man I am today. As always, I leave you all by simply saying,
Fuck everybody. Fuck everybody who made him who he is today. Whoever helped him become the man he is today, fuck you.
I'll tell you, this society is not sustainable. Okay, it is not like
humanity was a mistake.
Yeah, this is a mistake.
Yeah. So as always, I'll leave you by simply saying, have a great day. That said, probably about 1 million times. Sorry, I've said that probably about 1 million times so far in my life.
That was the sound of them locking the door.
Yeah.
Laughed.
He said the last thing he said sounds like he was about to go into a bunch of other shit.
You know what I mean?
I've said that about 1,000 times in my life. 1,000, that's a crazy number. It's like 4
Goodbye.
digits. But
He just shoots himself.
well, you can just like hear him falling. Like, that's a crazy number. Think about it,
The time I saw Blue Oyster Cult was crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't actually see them though. They canceled the concert.
They owe me $50. Not that I care.
Not that I care.
$60 in the '60s. $50 was a lot
In
more
my
money.
life, I've done lots of things. I saw concerts. There's one time a pony. I ate it.
So shout out to
Joe put on his sunglasses.
Also, he's in birthing position if you look at his
Yes, yes. Yeah,
About
he's
to
in
receive the egg.
He's in the egg mist. Here comes the egg
Here
mist.
comes the egg mist.
And that is Baba O'Reilly from the classic album Who's Next by The Who, our jam of the motherfucking day.
Yeah.
And this has been the Corona Diaries. Shout out to Sam, who is feeling under the weather today, but he'll be back for our weekly regular episodes as soon as we come back in a couple weeks. But next week, we're going to have the clip show, Best of the Corona Diaries, coming your way soon. And until then, Carter, please tell the people where they can find you on the internet.
You can find me at Carter_Glasscock on Twitter and Instagram. You can go to my website, carterglasscock.com. This is the last time I'll do it, I swear. Listen to my comedy album because it's out.
Yeah.
It's called The Crystal Pistol. Give it thanks to everyone who listened to it, who listens to this show.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
It was good.
The fucking
Thank you
really
very
enjoyed
much.
it.
hilarious
Thank you, Paulo.
album absolutely has inspired me to get off my fucking ass and start getting working on mine.
Yeah, I'm waiting, Rivers.
It's coming down the pike. But yes, thank you to everyone who listened to the show during this time and just in general. I really appreciate it. So thank you.
And as we said, we're coming back in a couple weeks with we're just going back to our weekly format because 3 shows a week, man. It's catching up, especially when you got work and shit like that. So, but we do appreciate everybody. Joe, please tell people where they can find you from your position on the ground.
You can find me at jugs.com under
1-800-SPANK-ME.
What?
The birthing center from where I'm seeing.
You can find me on the old interwebs under Joe M.F. Rains on Twitter and Instagram. I'm sure I have a Facebook somewhere, probably. I haven't been on it in a while. I'm sure that's a thing. And you know what? I'm getting an album together too.
Fuck
yeah.
I'll have an album as well. We're all gonna have albums, except mine will be the best.
Hell yeah. Well, Paulo, do you want people to find you? Do you got?
I don't
plug.
I don't tweet or Instagram or anything, but Paulo_in_MN.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Well, thank you.
My album is also coming out.
Be on the lookout for it.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
3 hours of nature sounds and then me just talking about mail.
Hey, there we go. Find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rivers Langley. And the best way to support the show is to head over to patreon.com/thegoodspod. We're going to be doing another bargain bin episode this weekend, hopefully. So we'll have that going up, as well as a brand new episode of the radio show that I do with my friend Chandler White, aka Dr. Rock. It's called the Dr. Rock and Captain Fantasy Show. That'll be going up at patreon.com/thegoodspod for free. That one's free, so you can listen to the music for free, like the Doobie Brothers said. And the second best way to support the show is to head to Apple Podcasts, rate, review, and subscribe. Show the attitude of gratitude, because if you do not have the attitude of gratitude, daddy, fuck you.
That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes around. That's the way the world goes round.